Hey, how's it going? This is Ivan the Prune from White Zombie. Also playing with Boundless Joy. You're watching Band Chat.
Welcome back to Band Chat. If you guys are just joining us, thank you so much for being here. And those of you guys who have been coming back, watching us every week so far, you fucking rock. We really appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I am your host, Bonnie Fremeth. I am the lead vocalist for Innocence Torn.
And I am James Fremeth, lead guitarist for Innocence Torn and Band Daddy.
Oh, it looks like we have another guest coming on.
There it is.
Whoops, well, there it is.
So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise for you because we are very happy to introduce you to some guys from Seaside Massacre out of Yuba City, California.
You got it.
First time I said that, it came out Yuba silly.
It is pretty silly, to be fair.
Well, welcome, you guys. How are you? Who just joined us?
We're great. That should be Rex. Rex, can you hear us?
Yeah. Is my audio coming through okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hi, Rex.
There he is.
All right, yeah. I'm Rex.
Hey! Right on, man. So we are really excited to have you guys because we personally don't get to really talk to a lot of folks out of Northern California. So this is really exciting. We got a chance to listen to you guys, but right around where you guys are from, it's kind of like.
Well, I know there's a strong metal scene in Northern California. I know a lot of the greats like Metallica, Megadeth, and a lot of that shit derived from Northern California. People don't know that shit, but yeah, it's a hub for sure. There's a lot of history.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I think
absolutely.
Yeah. Sylvia, what's her name? She had her really super famous recording studio in Northern California, and a lot of people don't know that either. Like Shasta, Oregon, that up in that area. So,
well, and even guys like Deftones, Papa Roach, those guys are from basically our backyard in Sacramento. So it's like it kind of flies under the radar because there's like kind of bigger hubs that draw attention, but there's definitely stuff out here for it. That's for sure.
That's right. We're here, baby.
Introduce yourselves to everybody in the Pacific Northwest and beyond. Let us know what you do in the band and a little bit about yourselves.
Right on. So I'm Don. I'm the singer, screamer. I don't know. People get kind of weird about those terms. They're like, well, you don't actually sing, but
screamer.
Yeah, I'm the
screamer.
Yeah, you know, same thing.
Oh,
but that's me.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm Rex. I play guitar. We don't really have like rhythm and lead. Jake, the other guitarist, and I, we both take our turns kind of doing lead stuff and doing rhythm stuff. It just kind of depends on what the song calls for and, you know, who feels this way about a certain riff or whatever. We kind of share duties that way, which takes a lot of the ego and pressure out of it, which is fun.
It makes for badass songs too, you know, because you look at some of the greats, Def Leppard,
Judas Priest,
Avenged Sevenfold, if that's your thing. I like Avenged Sevenfold. Not everybody does, but I mean, if you're a guitarist, I don't know how you couldn't, you know, because there's a lot of back and forth, or even, God, I say Striper. I mean, they do a lot of shit solo wise. You know, we're talking old school, but it's impressive shit. You know, so that's cool.
Absolutely,
I come in then.
So how long have you guys been together, and why the hell haven't we seen you up in our area in Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Seattle?
So we've been together as a band since 2016, but we went under a different name until 2019. We used to be Atomic Flounder. And one of our good friends, Chad, he books for a lot of shows in Sacramento. We were playing a show with the Casualties and Goat Horror, and he was like, man, he's like, you know, he's always been a big supporter, but he's like, it's really hard to book shows like this, you know, with these big bands, and then there's Atomic Flounder. And I was like, that's valid, my friend, that's valid. So we changed our name in 2019 to Seaside Massacre, and then the pandemic happened, and that was fantastic. We were very stagnant.
Right.
We actually formed during because we were like,
well, it was lucky for us because we just started fucking off on Facebook, and before we knew it, we had this big following. So it was the opposite, wherever my band tanked. So I get it, because, you know, 18-year band tanked because of COVID. I hook up this thing with my now wife or whatever, fucking off on Facebook. It's just a freak thing and a freak time because everyone was at home doing nothing. So we're doing covers of In This Moment and shit. And before we know it, we got this band and tons of people wanted to see us because we're doing what do you do? But
our governor kept shutting our asses down. All the venues and everybody hoity-toity in their fucking masks and let me have your card. And We were
Oh man,
we were
yeah.
like, fuck all this. We're just gonna have a party in the backyard and a couple of bands, and we're just gonna
There
put
you
it on
go.
Facebook, and that's
Right. And lie about how many people are there. You know, so.
Right. Hey, you
Exactly.
gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Right.
Yeah, we did the same thing. We got invited to play a couple house parties. I used to work at Dutch Bros. You guys are from the Pacific Northwest. You know Dutch Bros.
Oh, I fucking
Um,
love Dutch Brothers.
Yeah, yes,
Thank
sir.
you for the addiction.
Yeah. I was the over energetic guy. I was like, "What's up? How you doing today? Can I get you coffee?" Just shaking, all that
and
good
these son
stuff.
of a bitches are like 6:30 in the fucking morning. Oh my god, you're beautiful. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how much white bean have you had?
Oh,
White
yeah,
Too
bean.
much.
they're all
That's-
wired.
that's always
And the
the
thing is,
answer,
they're
too
like
much.
that all the time too. Because like hanging out with Don and his story stuff, like outside of when we would play at house parties and stuff with them, like they're just on all the time. That's not just a facade they put on for work. That really is the type of people that they hire for that place. It's crazy.
I swear to
Yep.
God, there's not a fucking ugly one amongst them. Like if you look at all of them, they're like 90210 across the fucking board, bro. And
It's a
you're like,
requirement, I swear.
it's crazy. Y'all got perfect teeth, like well educated, well spoken, and they're all the girls. Every one of you, it doesn't matter, male, female, y'all hanging out at the window. How you doing? Got any plans today?
Yeah, right.
Right?
It's like,
You know the
it's like
vibe,
going,
you know the vibe.
you're not just getting coffee, you're getting OnlyFans.
You are.
You gotta have.
Don't forget to
you gotta
join
be
OnlyFans.
multifaceted.
We actually have this joke that you know what that it is so difficult these days to make fucking money. Just because of we're not saying we don't make money. We make really good money in the music industry, but the problem is that
really
it takes
good
a
money
lot.
to get from point A to point B. You know it is.
So we
It's-
just decided
it's
we're going to
okay.
start a fucking OnlyFans, right? So we've been making a joke about it on different podcasts and shit. So if you hear us say it, you'll know that.
Dude, I'm down
We've
for
thought about
OnlyFans. I like that.
OnlyFans, I like that. Yeah, that's a nice. I like that. That's cool.
We've thought about it. So tell us
I
a
feel
little
like
bit
you
more
guys
about
would get-
yourselves. Are you guys touring right now? What are you guys up to?
So right now we've not started touring just yet. We haven't quite gotten the opportunity, but we're starting to dip our toes into it, so to speak. We just signed with a artist management group from down here in the Sacramento area.
Cool,
They're
cool.
called Venom and Vixen. They're super awesome. They've been kind of helping us, move on to the next level, so to speak. And
Build your product.
yeah, we're exactly. Yeah, they're kind of giving us
Get it.
the tools of the trade, so to speak. And yeah, so we're really excited to be with them. We've been playing local for however many years, and we are hopefully going to be heading your guys' way soon. So maybe we could set something up.
We're
Oh
going
yeah,
over
okay,
here
we
this
could hook them up maybe with that.
way.
Yeah,
and
we'd love to
Macho
come
and
up that way.
stuff
We
and,
tend
get
to
you going on the circuits down here if you like.
We have one of the most
Absolutely.
badass.
like a little bit forward, so it'd be nice to go north.
Well, that's funny because it would be nice for us to go south again. I mean,
Right.
we've done some really rad
Networking.
shit down there, and but we have literally, I think, one of the Pacific Northwest, for me at least, we have one of the best booking agents I think I've ever met, and here's why. On a normal
More
basis,
shows than we can
no,
handle.
it's not. It's just not the amount of shows because he really
It's a
listened to
lot.
what I wanted,
Yeah.
and he got us the hell out of Portland. And there's no offense to just Portland. It's just, but much like you guys have been playing, your area for so long, like
The
you're not.
only way to get bigger is to
To
travel,
and go meet
build
new
your
people.
fan base in other states, and that's just how it works. So
Exactly. You got to expand
Yeah,
eventually.
we're
right?
definitely learning that. Yeah, we're getting to the point where it's like, we really enjoy playing our local venues and the places around here, and there's some awesome, promoters and bands and stuff that we
Yeah.
connect with, but like. We just want to branch out, like you're saying,
go to
like
the next level.
to expand that radius a little bit. Yeah,
Some
whether
people
it's
are
like,
happy doing that local scene, but is that why you're doing it? Because it's really, you're putting all that time, you're doing that playing. Why not branch out and make yourselves as big as you want to make? It's a big commitment. So I get not everybody, it being everyone's cup of tea, but I also get there's a lot of fucking great talent out there that could be doing a lot more. They just need to take that extra step and
Well,
find the right people to network.
And here's my thing
Exactly.
too. Like we're on like everything from Amazon, Deezer. I actually had to Google that one. I'm like, what the fuck is Deezer, right?
Yeah.
It's like a French iTunes or some shit. So
What's that?
Yeah, it's really
We're-
weird.
We're on shit that I don't even know.
okay, so that's just it. We
Pan-
were on shit we don't even know.
Pandemonium or something. Is that even right? What's it called?
I don't even know.
You know what-
Pandora, maybe?
But this is what I do know. Just because you're sitting on that and you are in like 19 different countries and your shit's getting played all the time, they have no fucking idea who you are. Not really. They see a picture of
Exactly.
you or whatever your album cover is, and then they listen to you, and that's what they know. To get people to actually get to know you, to go out and gather people who you're touching or who really, really feel your music.
Who you touching?
I was gonna let it slide. I was gonna let
Go
it
back to
slide.
the We're getting right back to that OnlyBans.
I mean, I guess that's the way I'm doing it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Talent,
Right?
okay? I got talent.
You're pretty.
Oh God.
Anyway, what I found out is, it through the long term is getting really out there and really getting your music isn't just getting it put on social media. It really, really does. You have to go out and shake hands. You got to go meet people. You got to go make new friends, because why would another band ever want to play with you if you just showed up and was like, hey, I want to show with you?
Exactly.
If you're put on a show with them and you're in the middle of nowhere, it is your opportunity to re-audition yourself to a whole new crowd of people. And I love that, because they don't see me coming.
It was like what we're seeing on the other podcast. I mean, there's the element of professionals, but after you put on your persona, whatever that is, everyone's got their own stick or lack thereof. Sometimes that is their stick. Well, I'm not putting that down. I mean, every band's got their own clique, and that's what they go with, and that's fucking cool. But then after you come off that stage, you get out there and you hang with your crowd. You take that picture with that one lady. It's like, I love you. You take a picture. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. You take that picture. And that's what makes, I think, is what catapults a band. It's surprising, but I know, like with us, when we take that extra hour to 2 hours at the end of the show, and you get out there in the crowd and you meet everybody and become their friend, that takes you to the next level. People remember you, So
exactly. Yeah. People remember those small instances of personal, like conversation, just any kind of bonding, and it's cool too, because you get to meet people you would have never met otherwise. I mean, look at us right now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You know how he found us? He found us on Johnny Ketchum's fucking page.
No shit.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
funny.
In what other realm would that work? You know what I mean? Isn't that crazy?
We are a metal community, and that's one thing that's fucking badass about what I love about metal. It doesn't matter where I go in the United States or people I'm meeting overseas. I've met people all over the world. Well, some of the people I haven't met them outside of like what we're doing here, but I get to know people pretty well through our social media and whatnot. We're all really the same, everyone's just pretty fucking cool. We're musicians. We love what the craft that we do, and it's fun. I always feel at home no matter where we go.
When we've just recently, I'd say fairly recently, started to experience kind of what you're talking about as far as like the sort of quality time engagements after a set, where we've had a couple of pretty decent sized shows and stuff, and people coming up for the pictures and hang out, and we're starting to like recognize familiar faces coming up afterwards, like even if it's in a different town, that's 40 miles away, or we're seeing the same faces come up afterwards. And so it's like, man, that is so awesome that like we're getting to this point now where we can actually start building this community.
Yeah.
So I was just telling the lead singer for Sick April and our podcast that I stopped waiting for people really to take pictures with me, and I started going out and just being a selfie whore and just taking pictures with them and putting them on our social media, because
you got to get the terminology right.
So, but the reason I do it is because like I want them to recognize I see you at my show, bro. I see you in the middle of goddamn nowhere. I see you in my shirt. That it's like, whoa. Oh, God damn it.
I was a little concerned there for a second. My bad.
He said, which shirt?
I hope your band has as much camaraderie as we do. We have so much.
The scary thing is
I'd like to think we do.
It's not just Bonnie and me. Our whole band's fucked up. So we're fucking laugh all the time. So it's fun. You gotta love the guys that you're with in the band,
Exactly. You got to enjoy the people you're trying to build something with. If you don't, then it just seems kind of, I don't know, backwards.
Stressful,
doesn't make
draining.
sense. Yeah.
It takes away from the creativity and the fun, because being on the road is a lot of fun, or it can be long. So
right. It depends on who you're with 100%. Like, it doesn't matter if they're the ultimate shredder or drummer, whatever the hell they do. If they suck, they suck. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, brass tacks.
Tell
they
us
suck,
to be
they
taught.
suck.
Tell us to be taught, but you can't change a person's behavior, you know. So
Exactly.
Important.
Talk to them. That's really
Well,
That's
and like
I enjoy the guys, man. I enjoy
well,
the
like
guys
we
we have
have a
right
lot
now.
of overlap in like activity outside of the band too.
Cool.
Like it's a pretty common thing for us to like on a Wednesday or Thursday night, whatever. Like if we don't have a practice or a show, or whatever, like everybody gets on Call of Duty and like plays Call of Duty for a couple hours with each other, and like we don't
Cool.
even necessarily talk
Call
about
of
band
Duty.
stuff.
Dude,
Like,
there's
we
nothing
just
better than getting off of
BS.
work
It's
and going
awesome.
to kill people.
That's badass.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Let's get on, guys. Let's do it.
Cool.
I would love that. I haven't played in a while. So I want
Yeah.
to know
Rusty.
about this name, Seaside
So-
Massacre. Now that took either a story or somebody broke a rule somewhere. I don't know what happened, but this I have to hear.
So, first, I just want to lead by saying, if it's 2024, you should not put the word massacre in your band name unless you want to deal with a lot of bullshit on the internet. Just got to get that out there because I have had sleepless nights trying to get Twitter to stop taking our shit down.
Oh God.
So I'm just gonna fill you in on something. We looked you up today because like I haven't had a chance to do. I usually do a lot of research on people if we've not met personally, and I work. I have a life, right? Like I've got 5 seconds to myself in a day, and that's like it. And I'm telling you that it was like, do you like this is adult content? Are you sure you want to see this? And normally that's like on a post, but for you guys, it was actually your band name. And I thought
That's fucking awesome.
they're fucking awesome.
It is. Going back
we're
to that
not
only
nearly
bands once
that
again.
brutal.
No, definitely not. Yeah, one day after we got told about the atomic flounder thing, we were like, he's right.
Sorry.
He's probably right. It's time to move on from atomic flounder. R.I.P. So we sat in the garage for hours and hours and hours, and we drafted band names. We had different, adjectives and this and that, and we put it on
every permutation of like, because we wanted to stick with kind of the like nautical theme with the atomic flounder thing, because a lot of our earlier songs had that theme in the lyrical content, as far as about like drowning and so we wanted to stay on brand. So we tried like every possible combination you could think of like oceanic words with also something metal sounding, just to see what didn't sound absolutely ridiculous or hokey.
Right. Yep. And we came up with two. We came up with Seaside Burial and Seaside Massacre, and we let people vote on it. And yeah, they were both cool. That's why we were like, we can't really pick one. We wanted everybody else to pick one. It was a cool fan participation thing. And so Seaside Massacre got chosen. So we had a show, I think maybe later on that week. It was pretty close to that. And we were up there playing middle of the set. I got up there and I announced it. I was like, guys, we're changing our name. And I was like looking back at the guys and I was like, we are no longer Atomic Flounder. And I said the wrong damn name. I said, we are Seaside Burial. And our guitarist Jake slapped me. He's like, dude, what the fuck? He's like, it's a massacre. And I was like, oh. So I sold the bag there. But Seaside Massacre, I've gotten it right ever since. So we're good there.
That's actually kind of cool. I mean, that's because they probably took it as something you just being funny, So
yeah, yeah, it was. If you're gonna talk, you know what you're talking about. That's gonna be my tip to anybody listening right now.
Oh, the joys of being on stage. What can go wrong? Everything.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
What is the most surprising thing about your band? Like, if no one's ever seen you before and you guys are gonna hit that first note, what's gonna floor everybody around you?
So I think sonically we sound maybe a little bit different than the name entails. If you only heard the name, you'd probably think like black metal or death metal, Cannibal Corpse type stuff. Mm-hmm. But sonically we're a little bit more on the hardcore side, I would say. Still keeping the metalcore roots there, but we try to keep the groove in our music. Something you can shake your ass to. That's always been our thing, man. So maybe that.
I'll double down on that and say. I'll double down on that and say that the groove that we throw and stuff, because I mean we have some pretty heavy tracks and breakdowns and stuff like that, but we really do try and keep something that you can like bob your head to and dance to, and not just like punch people in the face, mosh to. Like we love that stuff too. Like obviously we all love that stuff, but like it's cool when like, my father-in-law comes to a show and I can see him like bobbing his head to it, even though, he likes, CCR and the Eagles and stuff like that, which, we all love. But it's like
Right.
when someone like that can find the groove of what we're playing, and it's not just, like, wall-to-wall blast beats and breakdowns or something like that, like, which there's a time and place for. But yeah, the emphasis and groove to the stuff we write, I think would surprise a lot of people who hadn't heard us before.
That's badass.
Absolutely.
When you think of those grooves and hooks, you're going to play to a bigger audience too, and that's
Exactly.
paying the bills is always a nice idea too. So yeah,
it never hurts. It
No.
never hurts.
no.
So I think
Yes.
I think that there's something to be said about that, because a lot of bands, like, I've been to a couple shows where, and I love me some death metal. I'm little bit, I'll go and mosh with them, with the best of them. I try.
Yeah, it's so scary. She's not a big girl.
No, not. But at the same time, too, man, like, there's a few shows that I've been to where I'm like, why are you so fucking angry? Why are you yelling at me, man?
Right.
Like, what the fuck
What's
did
going
you
on,
do?
man?
What happened to you as a child? I mean, oh my God.
Who hurt you? Yeah, I totally get that. And we play with a lot of great bands, and a lot of them are just so pissed off. And I'm like, I just talked to you backstage like 10 minutes ago, and you were the most polite, friendly person. And you're up here like, I'm going to kill your mom tonight. It's like,
You're like, it's the fucking Dutch Brothers. Right?
yeah, exactly.
I'm a happy guy.
I'm happy, but for 30 minutes we're gonna kick each other's ass, and then we're gonna dance.
Like Dawn and I share a mutual love of the band August Burns Red, and they have a slogan. It's angry music for happy people, right? Like that's like,
I like
we
that.
really do
Okay.
try
I
to
like
encapsulate that.
That's cool. That's cool.
I think
Absolutely.
it's funny because in our story, right? Like, what's most surprising, I think, for people that watch our band is they think I'm the fucking merch girl for like the longest time, and that's
Really?
actually happened. That actually
She's
happened
like
to
some
me.
pinup girl or whatever.
'Cause they're-
Oh,
It actually works in our favor because they think, oh, they hired some hot, stripper or something to sell our merch, and then she gets up there looking all innocent and kind of naughty, and then she fucking out screams every band that's been
Melts their fucking face.
They don't see me
Hell
coming. So this poor guy, and I'm not going to mention names because I know he's probably watching. This poor
Shout out
guy.
to him.
So he saw me coming in, and I usually will, especially if we go out of state and I don't have anybody there, I'll usually set up our merch booth because I feel like you should be at your fucking merch booth anyway. Like,
Absolutely.
on stage, after you've shaken some hands for a minute, go to your merch booth, go introduce yourself, go sell the stuff that's going to either make you money. You know what I'm saying? Go represent
or advertise
your
the
product.
band,
You know what I mean?
So.
And so I always will set up our merch booth, and I was doing that, and I heard the guy next to me look at his merch girls and go, "You guys need to dress more like that." Like, that's a merch girl. And I kind of went, oh, one, those poor girls, because honestly, okay, let's face it, I'm a little scandalous. I'm scandalous to a point of I have a lot of class. I hold myself very well. I'm extremely fucking professional. So I suit up and show up for, I'm not in lingerie, bro. Like, I'm in God only knows what, usually.
Leather.
It's usually like, a corset or shorts,
It's like the symphonic black metal vibes. It's dope.
But I mean, when you go walking around and you shake people's hands, there is a very ladylike quality about me, and I try to hold myself with class. So I kind of looked at these girls like, man, you should never, don't ever let some son of a bitch don't do that, bro. But right. I looked over at him and I was like, does this son of a bitch, oh. So I go up on stage and I heard the guy go, what the fuck? Right? And then I start screaming and his mouth just went agape like I'm such an asshole. I come off stage and that guy was like, I completely underestimated you. And it kind of felt really good that he recognized that. And then after that, we all shook hands and drank beer and, that kind of thing. But I think it's different. I think it's really different being a female that can scream when you're 4'11" and a half, in comparison to any of the, because I'm usually the only one I'm the only female in
They
most of the
expect us to
lineups.
go up there and be sounding like Hailstorm or something, and we
Lindsay held on. I'm taking.
no Hailstorm,
Right.
but they
Yeah, no.
up there.
Well, and like
we got our look and stuff, and they're thinking, "Oh, here we go! It's Motley Crue wannabe," and then all of a sudden we're down 2 into fucking A sharp. They just don't even know what hit them.
Well, just call us white ass brides.
well, like I my first kind of exposure to you guys was like when Don was like, "Hey, this was cool." I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna check that." And I listened to the Ballad of Bloodspill, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like that was.
Oh, you're gonna love our new shit right there, like dude. That.
You know what? I'm gonna be really honest. That was the first time, because I have wanted to just let myself just put it out there. Bloodspill was the first time that the first round of the band. We have a totally different lineup now. It was the first time they really let me just fucking go, and ever since then, the shit I'm recording right now is far better.
You like Ballad of Bloodspill? This stuff.
But thank you. You listen to my stuff,
dude. I'm so stoked
it was
for
great.
it. I'm ready.
It was awesome. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Sonically, it was honestly very impressive sonically. Like I know Bonnie, I looked you up too, and I saw that you were the singer, and I was like, "Is that Bonnie? Holy shit!" I was very impressed. The riffs were there, the screaming was there, everything was there. I was like, "These guys are fucking sick."
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, speaking of that, man, we got to hear you guys a little bit too, and we would really like to bring you up to our area. We have one of the best. We'll edit that out. Let's go to our sponsor.
Beautiful.
Holy man. Okay, so anyway, we've got about 10 minutes left, guys. So either we're gonna do like finish, or we could do a part 2 too. So it's up to you guys.
We're down for whatever.
Okay, so what I'll do is when I'm done with this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you a new link. We just jump back on and we just roll with it. Let's go with our booking agent, Aaron.
I know he's got some available.
This guy right now. Let's put it this way. We were supposed to go down for the Nemophilia. I don't know if you know who they are. They are from Japan, I think.
Oh, shit.
It just got signed by Sony. We were going to do that gig, but then they brought in some like heavy.
You want to hear some Japanese fucking metal? They rock. My God.
But instead.
Are they sick?
Yeah, but they pulled us out of it because they brought in some hip hop acts that bring in a bad crowd. So we ended up Ronnie James Dio's birthday party, which was fucking sick as fuck.
This out.
Sebastian Bach, Eddie Trunk, guys from Guns. We were meeting, shaking hands. It was insane. Insane.
That is fucking sick.
So
yeah, it didn't hurt our career at all.
We'll talk when they get here about everybody we got to meet and what we did. However,
gotcha.
So we were supposed to play this signing party, right? And we were really super excited about it. We're like, because it was my birthday present. I was going to go to Whiskey a Go-Go, play like the legendary stage.
Right.
And somehow along the way, they put a hip hop band in there that our agent was like, have you? No. Nemophilia wasn't about it either. And so it really. But we had already gone through.
Because of their crowd, their fan base they're notorious for things getting dangerous and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
and
I didn't know the band or anything, but I took the
two genres we're not gonna mash, not there.
Right. Really well, But
okay, so anyway, he starts fighting for us, like literally fought for us. He went to the nail, and honestly, I paid the man $100, right, to be my agent to do this for me. That ain't jack and shit, right? Because. Right. And over that man fought so fucking hard that he wound up getting us co-headlining with OTEP at the Whiskey a Go.
Oh, shit. That is awesome.
Show. Yeah.
But to make up for the boo-boo.
And we got to meet her and stuff.
He totally fought.
And management
He fought to get us at the Rainbow Room a couple months prior to that.
Right.
We did not know. He knew. I'm sure you knew, Aaron. I'm sure you knew. But he did not tell us that when we showed up at the Rainbow Room to play the Lemmy Lounge, we were there for Ronnie James Dio's 80th birthday. And this man did this for us because he believed in us. So it isn't just over the fucking $100 because he could have said, fuck that. But he didn't.
Right.
He fought and fought and fought. And that's what he does. He works for you. He works for the better interest of the show. And I'm telling you that,
well, there's nothing
Aaron, we need to get these guys up
than
here.
Playing our version, which is way harder, a slave to the grind, in front of Sebastian Bach. You know,
that's like dream type of shit right there.
Right. That was a big.
That is awesome.
Okay, hang
Aaron
on.
sounds like the man. Sounds good.
So what I want to talk about is what releases you guys have out. So I'll cut most of this out too. I want to talk about what releases you have out, where we can find you, what your future goals are for the band besides that. I mean, is there like video? We want to talk about an EPK because I think it's really important. People think it's so old school, and it's so not old school. Like it's literally your ticket to getting the hell out of there. You know what I mean? And I don't mean just there. I mean like anywhere you go.
Yeah, it's
just how the industry goes. So I'm kind of curious about how your industry works versus ours. I think that's very interesting. And then where everybody can find your music and how to join OnlyBands.
How to join OnlyBands? You gotta have the special tier of the podcast for that one.
I actually
Chat Plus.
I think it was the first band chat I did. Because there's so many people involved in the inside joke about it. I actually created its own logo.
Oh, no.
And it's our band. It's our band, and we're like, join OnlyBands.
That's fantastic. I'd hang that shit on my wall.
Right?
We got to get that meme rolling like metal community wide. Like make it like a huge meme. That'd be great.
I think we should. I actually have it. If you guys want to start it, I'll give it to you. It's because I've been trying to figure out what to do with it for a minute. It's funnier if a guy does it than a chick.
Right. I feel you. We're
especially if you're a bunch of dudes that look like we look, right? You know, like big bushy beards and stuff like that. That just makes it that much better.
Right?
Just that much funnier.
And now there's an app for that.
yes. We're gonna get this off the ground, guys. It's a community effort now.
So because my dudes do wear guy liner, but it's just because it really does go with our look. And we got asked one time. I shut a guy down at a show. Won't mention that name either. But he was like, "Why do you guys wear eyeliner?" I'm like, "Well, first of all, most of us wear glasses. So when you're standing up on stage and you have that glare, that eyeliner takes the glare off, so you're not just seeing 4 or 5 people." And I'm like,
giving away our trade.
I'm like, no, seriously. So here's me and a thing called Rivera Fest that we'll talk about in part 2. Rivera Fest is where everybody from California, all the way down to Seattle, all the bands play in a central location on private property for essentially Rivera Fest. And my first time out there, I had bright ass red hair, right? Like bright, just metallic red hair. But I had to do my own makeup for the first time ever. And I forgot about the eyebrows. So this is just to go to show you how a little bit of stage makeup, depending on where you are, the lighting really can impact what you look like. And this is on YouTube. You guys can go find it. It's Rivera Fest 2021. And I forgot to do my eyebrows. So because the rest of me is very blonde, red hair, I had no eyebrows.
Oh my God.
It looked like I had shaved my eyebrows the whole time and nobody told me. It just, you have to go see it for yourself.
I'm definitely looking that up after this.
You have to.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's the one that has like, it's war.
War, yeah.
It's war. And when you look,
because we got a new song that's in the works called War Path. They're not alike at all, but
that one has eyebrows.
There is something to be said about eyeliner, guy liner.
Hey, it's got its practical uses, right?
All right. So everybody in band chat, we are going to go to part 2 just because we are having so much fun talking to these guys tonight. So Please stay tuned for part 2. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Don't be a dick to people in the comment section or to anybody else. Ding, 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 ding. And we will see you in part 2. Ow. Oh my God, you guys. I told you this was going to be a good fucking time. I'm so excited that we did this. Stay tuned for part 2 coming up April 17th. Do not forget that tonight, Broken Dolls, our official video release happened tonight. You can go over there live. Just go to Innocence Torn. Just go like, subscribe, and share. In the meantime, guys, this song is called The Bay. I can't wait for part 2 with these guys. I am clearly digging, like, part 2s. So we will see you guys the 17th at 8 p.m. Do not miss it. You need to like, subscribe, and share. Let's go!